Yes, my sports to the bone people, back at it again for the fourth time in this T20 series. Will the fourth time be the charm? We will find out later on tonight, my people. Gonna be taking a look at what Captain Shea Hope said coming out of last night's game. And I'm also gonna be going through my playing 11 and batting order. So just give a listening ear. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, my people. So West Indies versus Australia in this five-match T20 series. Now, we lost the game last night, so we are 3-0 down. We are down 3-0. Two more games to go, my people. I mean, Australia, they have already secured the series, so I don't know if they're going to make any changes. Where West Indies is concerned, right now it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter who we put out there. Seem as if we are coming up second best all the time, you know. From bowlers not executing to batsmen not making use of good starts, and Australia just generally being better than us, right? A lot of things we have to factor in. They are better than us. I see people saying that they are not better than us. It's just our decision making and this and that. Well, that is a part of professional cricket, right? Your decision making, you could be talented, yes, but if you're not able to make the decision, make the right decision, you're not going to stay out there to bat long. You're not going to be able to bowl the ball in the right areas and stuff. So, all of that put together will decide the better team. And obviously, we have been outplayed easily. Now, last night, my people, the Warner Park, we already know the dimensions of that ground. So when the pitch is good for batting and then the boundaries, it's very small. They're small. You understand? When you see a 200, you're like, good. But on Warner Park with the pitch, with the ball going on to the bat and the dimensions being what they are, you have to look to score 225, 230 on that ground. As I said this morning in my video, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win the game if you're able to do that. But, at least you give the bowlers something better to work with. Also, we have to be taking our catches. We need to be taking our catches, my people. You understand? We saw a couple of chances last night. We definitely need to hold on to the catches. And when we do hold on to the catches, we have to make sure that we're not stepping into the boundary with the ball in our hand and thing, right? So we have to get those little basic things right. So I was listening to Shea Hope, and he was saying that, he doesn't think that we had enough runs on the board. Saying that on a pitch like that, you have to get more runs. That's basically what he was saying. Saying that it was very difficult to defend a score like that on such a good surface. So basically what I was saying, when you get a surface like that with the dimensions of that ground, you need to put a good score on the board. You don't have any control over whether or not you're going to win the toss. It's either you win the toss or lose the toss. So if you're batting first, you just have to look to maximize and try. Man is saying that we fell a few runs short. Saying that we also need to pick up a few more wickets with consistency. So even though we might strike early at the top, pick up a couple of wickets, we need to consistently pick up wickets through the innings to make sure that, Australia, they are not feeling safe and secured going into the back end, knowing that they have wickets in hand. Man was also saying that, we are very good strikers of the ball, in the back end. So, we just need to find a way to execute. And, he was saying that he also has to credit Australia, for the way how they bowled in the death overs. That is definitely true. We have power hitters. Sometimes we go hard and it don't come off. Sometimes the decisions that we make, they are not the best. But, you have to give credit to the opponent also. Can't make it seem as if it's just our international cricketers playing against fifth grade students. Right? So man was saying that we need to find a way to even take a page out of David's book, Tim David, right? To basically close out the innings well. He was saying that we need better execution, leading into the World Cup. So we know we have already qualified for the World Cup. So according to Sammy and Hope, what they have been saying for the last few months is that everything that we are doing is to try and get the team right as we build up to the T20 World Cup. He's saying that having said that, we have been falling short for a little while. So we need to get our act together and make sure that, we are winning games. That is what Captain Shea Hope is saying. So as we go into this fourth T20 tonight, I can say it seems as if everything that we're trying, Australia, they are just repelling it. They are just repelling it left, right, and center. Having said that, we still have to give it a go, my people. We still have to give it a go. We cannot give up. We have to try and see what we can do. Hopefully we get a chance to chase in this game. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to win, but we're usually better at chasing. When we are playing T20s. So basically going with this plain 11 from last night, except we have a few Judea Blades. You don't want to just give a man one game and take him out. But from my previous plain 11, I had Matthew Ford in replacing Alzari Joseph, right? It was Matthew Ford that I had coming in for Alzari Joseph. So, I am bringing Matthew Ford in. In terms of the batting, we have Rutherford and Ravman Powell, both of them not firing. Right now, the series is gone, my people, so I don't know. We probably can even give the youngster a try, Joel Andrew, right? We have bowling option on the bench, not a lot of batting options, right? We have, so I am thinking we can even bring in Joel Andrew because we have been keeping the same top order just to see if we can, get some consistency going. And in truth and in fact, we have been getting okay starts, especially in the power play. But once after that, we basically frazzle out. So I don't know if we changing this even make any sense. So I'm probably gonna put in probably gonna go Matthew Ford in for Blades. And as I said, you don't want to give a man just one game, especially a youngster like that, and then take him out. But I'm working with what I had from the game last night, right? It's Matthew Ford in for Alzari Joseph, and I am thinking that we might need to do something with one of those specialist batsmen at the top. Might need to bring in Joel Andrew for Ravman. As I said, it doesn't even make any difference because I'm not saying that's going to win us the game. You understand? And it could be anybody in the top order except, the two openers. The two openers, they did well in yesterday's game and, we've been getting starts in the power play. So you don't want to mess around with that. Evan Lewis seems as if he's still injured. So we can't go that route either. So, as I said, Matthew Ford in for Blades and then I don't have a problem if Joel Andrew even come in and get a game for either Rutherford or Ravman Powell. Losing a couple of games doesn't necessarily mean you need to change up your team. You select a team and you want to keep it away to give people playing time. But some of these guys haven't been firing, so you probably want to rotate them. So if they bring in Andrew for either Rutherford or Powell, no problem to me because at the end of the day, the series is already gone. So, probably a fresh face will come and do something else. But at this point, I'm lost, my people. I don't even know what to say. We're just losing. But go and leave it right there, my people. Big up.